restore your dead to life.
But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
You understand why I did it?
John said he was a deserter.
But do you understand why I had to kill him?
Our way is the old way?
The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword.
Is it Trees or the White Walkers?
The White Walkers have been gone for thousands of years.
So he was lying.
The madman sees what he sees.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
I'm Three-Eyed Raven. I have to be ready for this.
Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about Bran Stark and the big decision he may have to make by the end of Game of Thrones. This is a theory that I came up with after going back through Season 1. Anyway, if you don't want to hear any theories or aren't caught up with all of the seasons, you may want to click off of the video. Otherwise, let's get started. Bran Stark was told by his father in the pilot episode of Season 1, the man who passes the sentence should swing the sword. The simple reasoning behind this is the person who's in charge of sentencing someone to death should feel confident enough of their ruling to carry out the execution themselves. I personally think this is a great way to explain how justice and power works in the northern region of Westeros. Before the Starks take part in the execution, Ned and Catelyn are told that a brother fled the Night's Watch, a crime that is punishable by death. Ned says Bran will need to be present for the execution. Catelyn immediately argues with Ned, saying that Bran is too young for such things, and in response, Ned states that Bran will not be a boy forever, meaning he needs to grow up and see how things work in the world. Bran witnesses the execution, and Ned comes over to explain why it's important to handle these things personally. If a man is unable to carry out the sentence he chose, then maybe the person doesn't deserve to die. I feel like there may be a great moment being foreshadowed right here. I believe that before the series is over, Bran Stark will have to make a choice that decides the fate of the realm. I have this feeling because it seems more and more like Bran is becoming the most impactful character in the series. At the end of the day, Bran might be the only one who can permanently put an end to the White Walker threat. His green sight gave him the ability to sync up with the Night King from within a vision. That enabled the Night King to grab Bran's arm and granted the dead army access to Bloodraven's cave. For now, let's say there is going to be a big battle between the living and the dead. Jon Snow and Daenerys, as well as other main characters, might be involved in the battle, but ultimately it will fall in the hands of Bran Stark to save mankind. If you're following me so far, then I encourage you to think about the overall result of the Great War. A lot of people will die, and many of those bodies will be raised as soldiers for the dead. Dany's dragons may be able to take out a big portion of whites, but like we saw with the Sons of the Harpy, dragons are vulnerable too. There is a chance that at least one of the dragons will die, and maybe even be raised as a white itself. The Night King and his forces will likely turn the tables and start destroying everyone and everything in sight. Bran will be away from the battle most likely, probably connected to a weirwood tree so that he can activate his green sight. Something will become clear to Bran, forcing him to reflect on the wisdom his late father told him during the execution in the first episode of the series. Bran will have to make a choice, either sacrifice himself or watch as humans are obliterated by the dead army. Simply, I think Bran will have to make a decision that ensures he is the one who swings the sword, or in other words, carries out the sentence. I mean, it's easy to see the importance of Bran in the storyline. With all of the theories connecting the young lord to legendary figures of House Stark like Brandon the Builder and Brandon the Breaker, it doesn't seem too far-fetched to see Bran making a crucial decision that will affect how mankind holds up in the war. His decisions may lead to the deaths of other major characters, bringing about a bittersweet ending, which has been promised from author George R.R. Martin. Whatever the decision is, it must be carried out by Bran personally, whether it means he wargs into a dragon or even a zombified Hodor. Or maybe Bran has to remain close to the action, and because of his choices he gets overwhelmed by whites and ultimately dies trying to save the world. I don't know what it is, I just feel like Ned Stark's words are going to mean something special later on down the road. Let me know your thoughts. As always, thank you for watching, have a great day, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.